Greetings, my excellent friends. It is Monday, June 23rd, 2025, here in hot, humid, sunny, and still relatively beautiful Tokyo, Japan. You got the Hobby Drifter here back once again. And because I never learned from my mistakes, I am taking a look here at a newly released Transformers item. This is the Humikane Shimada Ver Convoy / Optimus Prime plastic model kit, and woo, that is a mouthful. This is the first Kotobukiya kit that I have ever built. Stands, I'd say, roughly 5 or 6 inches tall. If you want to get some idea of how tall she is in regards to something else, here she is standing right next to the original G1 Optimus Prime, so she is just, I'd say, what, a head shorter. Good size, though. You know, your standard, 1/12 scale action figure size. I don't think that there is any fiction whatsoever associated with her. I don't think there's a comic or anything, so I don't know if she's supposed to be a giant lady or if she is a regular human-sized girl that is partially made up of Optimus Prime parts. But let's have a look at her. It took me about 4 hours to get her all together, and then maybe another hour to do the panel line work. I'm pretty happy with how the panel lining came out on her, although there are some of the burrs in a couple of weird spots that do kind of break up the effect. I used gray and black panel markers on her, but if you're not comfortable doing panel lining, then she looks totally fine, just straight out of the box. Because I took about 4.5, 5 hours to get totally completed. She comes with 4 different faces. You've got the regular, serious anime girl. You got the more angry anime girl. Then you've got the robotish faces. So there's the angry robot face, as well as a more neutral robot face. No visor, so there's no visor face. Although if you aren't happy with either or with any of those expressions, it does come with this sticker sheet where you can get the alternate heads that they sell, and you can make your own different faces for that, which for customizers, I'm sure that's really cool. I don't know if anybody else knows who Humikane Shimada is, but he's a Japanese manga artist. He's mostly famous for things like Girls in Panzer and the Strike Witches, which are whenever you see the anime, manga, cartoon girls that turn into like tanks and jets and stuff, that's usually him. Like I say, I don't know that there's any fiction for this, or if it's just like a cool thing. The instructions are roughly comic book sized. Got some nice illustrations of the base thing, along with inside some different posing options. As you can see here, there's a little bit of mech work here. You can flip out the wheels on the legs to kind of give it a little bit more stability in action poses, or at least that's the idea behind it, which I do appreciate. The thing about any of these model kits that I've built from Bandai or from other companies is that model kits do not have the same weight and feel as action figures do. Mostly owing to the fact that their parts are largely hollow to accommodate the model building aspect of them. So they don't necessarily have like the heft you need to hold certain poses. And I do appreciate that this includes a stand, so and it's not one of the usual Bandai ones. It's very simple. It is it works. Like it'll hold her in a pose, but I definitely say I prefer the sturdier Bandai ones. It also comes with a whole bunch of extra parts. Of course, you've got the energy axe that Optimus used for like 30 seconds in one cartoon. You have this extra neck piece where if you want to have the head be able to pose in different ways, you can use that. Then this is where it gets really cute. You've got different bangs. So here she's got the, you can see her bangs kind of poking up through the top of the helmet. If you want, you can display without that and just have the little bit of hair sticking down, or if you want no hair either, like all business, you can use this one. It just has. Also comes with a whole bunch of hands, and the hands are made of this more rubbery plastic, so it can grip things better than just regular standard model kit plastic. You got the pointing hands, you got the holding a gun hands, you got your fists, the splayed fingers hands, and then just casually like grabbing at something hands. So basically everything you could want as far as display goes. Say this kit is similar in complexity, I would say, to a high-grade Gundam figure, which means it had about a dozen runners, although a bunch of those runners were fairly small. The hands came on their own little tree. The faces. Yeah, the faces, by the way, are pre-painted. I did not put the water decals on there, so you don't have to worry about having like the eyes misleveled or what have you, which is something that drove me crazy with the Gundam Witch from Mercury kits. It holds the poses pretty well. Let's see if we can get that face is really cute. The chest bit does pop off, and there is a non-removable matrix inside. I know, yeah, the whole pop off the chest plate to see what's underneath hits a little bit different when it's cartoon girl and not big giant Peter Cullen robot. But the thing that kind of sets this apart for me for the between this and the figurized kits is that figurized kits of this size generally cost about 2,000-ish yen, whereas this retailed for around 7,000 yen, so it's about triple what a Bandai kit would cost, which, thanks to the weak yen, which unfortunately I do not get to take advantage of, but I'm guessing that a lot of the four of you who watch this do, means that this kit is only something like, what, $50 US, $45 US? I mean, not expensive by any means. But yeah, there is definitely a little bit of a, like, dude, what the hell, why does this cost triple? But I mean, that is pretty much the standard for Kotobukiya versus Bandai. Like, I've seen, like, I know, like, both kits either trade or have the Evangelion model kit license, and sometimes I'll see them like in stores together, and there's the Bandai one for 3,000 yen, and then there's the Kotobukiya one for 9,000. So I mean, it is what it is. Bandai is a huge company that can definitely make their stuff back in bulk. But yeah, this is a really nice kit. It's a nice, it goes, I guess it would be a cool companion piece to that Bishojo Optimus statue. I had a great time building it, although I do have to say that there are a few bits that obviously were not intended to be put together by someone with hands of my size. So there are some extremely tiny connections to be made for this, but it is worth it in the end. The hands tend to fall off if you're not careful, but they fall off of the wrist and not off of the hand itself. The joints are pretty stiff. You can get a lot of range of motion out of these. Some of the joints are in kind of like a weird spot, so you have to be a little bit careful with how this works, or else you might pop something off. But I mean, it's a model kit, so it just tends to go right back on. I can't tell you if I recommend this or not. That's very much going to be a you thing, but I don't regret it. If this line, whatever, continues, I would be happy to pick up a few extra, or a few other ones. I'm sure that we'll get Nemesis Prime as some type of either repaint or convention exclusive, and I have zero interest in that. But if they do Megatron, Starscream, Bumblebee, I would be interested. Honestly, I had a good enough time with this that I'm now kind of interested in going and checking out a few of the previous ones. I think there's a Gao Gaigar one that I've seen pop up in a few places, or things of that nature. So yeah, this I don't think this is going to be a new like main hobby of mine. But if they put out a few more of these over the course of the next couple of years, I'll give it a few hours over the weekend to get together. All right, that's it. That's all I got. What'd you think? Are you gonna get this? Did you get this? Do you love it? Do you hate it? Let me know down in the comments. Although if your comment, of course, is going to be something along the lines of complaining about my trans rights stance, then go and fuck yourself. Otherwise, have a great day. Bye.